Hello, this is Skell. So recently I went to Comic Con, so I thought I'd share my adventures I had there. So we walked around for a long time and I got very tired from walking on my non existent legs. So we were cosplaying as something like called Adventure Time, I think. There was also a lot of Spider-Mans. I don't know why, but like Spider-Man was like there all the time. I also saw a few Supermans. Or is that Wonder Woman? I don't know the difference. So after we walked around for a long time, we went to go see a what is it called? A talent show maybe? I don't know. But there was a vampire, I think. Or was she a bat? I have no idea. Don't vampires turn to bats? Anyways, I got to do an interview with her, so here it is. Hello, Marceline, the ear queen. How are you doing?
Ear queen,
Yes, because I don't have ears.
but I have fangs. I think I'm a little more than the ear queen.
Oh yes, you are the ear and creepy eye queen. I forgot about the eyes, because I don't have eyes either. I
Wanna
do
know
have
about
teeth though.
creepy?
Lots of teeth. What about creepy? Ooh, you have sharp teeth. I have better teeth though. So then we got to stand in line for a photo op, but we stood there for hours and hours, and then I realized it was in the wrong line. So then I had to move lines. It was kind of annoying, and I was really mad because no one told me I was in the wrong line. But then someone thought I was in the line for the creepy skeleton photo op, and I was like, why the heck would you think that? Because why would I be in the line for a creepy skeleton thing? Because I am a creepy skeleton. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm saying in the video, actually I forgot to turn on the microphone at this point, and also it's really loud. So I decided to just do a voiceover. So here it is. So there was a lot of people in the other line, you see, but I was in the cooler line because I was in it, which made it so much cooler. So I went by myself in the group of cosplayers, but none of my family went with me. They said, Skell, that's weird. Anyways, here's a montage of all the photos I took while I was there. Exciting, right? And then I talked to a counselor. Her name was Diana Troy. Here is the counseling session we had.
Hello, Skell. My name is Deanna Troy. I'm the ship's counselor.
Oh, is that like a therapist? Because I have a therapist. Her name is Dr. Nabones about it. But she's kind of crazy. Are you crazy?
No, I am a counselor. I can sense things about
So,
you.
a therapist.
Yes, and I understand this was your first trip to Comic Con. Can you tell me how you felt about it?
Well, I got to see a lot of weird people. I think some people were cosplaying as me. There was a giant tree man, and there was a guy riding a dragon, and there was a bunch of Spider-Mans.
Now,
I was scared they would bite me because I'm scared of spiders.
I sense that some of these things that you saw were giving you some anxiety. How did you deal with that?
I went up to the Spider-Man and I said, no. And then there was also a vampire. She was a little bit scary. She had sharp fangs. But then I just thought about it and realized I have more teeth than her. I'll be fine.
Do you think anybody was frightened of you?
What would be frightened of me? A
Well-
floating, talking skeleton? That's not frightening at all.
Well, you are a little bit ugly and scary looking.
How dare you! I thought you were supposed to be my therapist, but you're insulting me with such insulting and insults.
Well, you know, I travel across the galaxy on a starship and I encounter many species, and I've never seen a floating, talking skeleton head before. I would imagine it would frighten many people here at Comic Con.
Well, you would be wrong because everyone was very welcoming. No one ever rejected my offer to give them a free autograph.
Well, I do think that here there are a lot of weirdos, and probably some of those people are also like you, and they're kind of funny looking, but they always feel at home here at Comic Con.
Are
Did
you
feel
calling
at
me
home
funny
here?
looking? Well, I would feel at home, but like none of my siblings are here screaming at me constantly. My mom isn't here to yell at me, so I guess it's not the homiest place it could be.
So, do you think you would ever come back to Comic Con? again another day?
Probably, but I think I'll cosplay next time. Maybe I'll be a skeleton with hands.
With hands?
Ah yes, sometimes I do have hands, sometimes I don't have hands. It's kind of confusing. You can watch my other video if you want to find out more about it.
Okay, well, I think that we should end our counseling session today. Again, my name is Deanna Troy, and I work on the Starship Enterprise as the counselor.
Didn't you say that already?
Well, I want to make sure you know who I am. I'm very important around here.
Ah yes, I am too. I'm a very important person. Goodbye. So those were my adventures I had then. Thank you so very much for tuning in. See you next week.